ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready to rumble. I'm ready to rumble.
Can I add that?
I know.
Hey guys, welcome back to the podcast. I'm Nika Z, Nika Zoomer, and I'm joined by my dad.
I'm Arnie B, Arnie Boomer.
And
I'm
to-
so hyped up today, daughter. I don't know why. Must be the coffee.
And together we are collectively known as
Boomer and Zoomer.
That's your cue, Adekai.
Boomer and Zoomer.
More energy.
Energy, daughter, energy.
Boomer and Zoomer.
Oh, guys, before you listen to our podcast, remember to subscribe
And don't skip ads.
if you have
You
time.
have time.
But if you don't have time, we
It's
understand.
okay. Okay, so before we get into the main topic, we are going to be having our BNZ Q&A. So today's question is from Instagram. If you guys want to comment questions, by the way, it's on our pinned post on Instagram and TikTok. But today's question is from Isa Venue on Instagram, who asks, is having regrets normal and how do you cope with it? Okay, so Dad, do you want to go first or
Yes. In my opinion,
as a boomer?
as a boomer, it's very normal. Because in my case, I have a lot of regrets in my life. Well, relationships definitely with my friends. When I was in grade school, high school, even in college.
If you want to hear more about friendships, we have an episode about that.
Yes, I mean, if I could have probably,
Turn back
I can,
the
I can
hands of
turn
time.
back the hands of time. I would have approached it differently for some friends, no. And maybe up to now, I'm still close with them. Yun naman, I mean, in general, regrets, I think, is very normal. Even in your love life, with your friends, even of course financial.
Yes.
You have investments that did not work.
So basically everything in life.
The most important thing is how you handle it. Oh, you have to move on, sabi nga nila,
Yes.
di ba, daughter? The faster you move on, the better for you.
Yes,
Di
but
ba?
you can't control how long it takes for you to move on though.
Yeah, but if you can practice it, daughter,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Siguro, sabi ko nga, behavior predicts behavior. So if you can learn to move on a little bit faster than what you have experienced before, that would be better for
Yes.
you. Di ba? For
And-
your mental health. Tama ba, daughter?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, for me, as a Zoomer, regrets are completely normal. I think especially, well, not especially, but at my age, of course, like you're also making like big decisions because I'm 22. So I'm like in college, I'm about to finish college, and that's when you make big decisions. And I think with big decisions, naturally, there comes regrets because you're weighing which option's better. And then not all the time do you choose the option that is best for you because you'll never know what's best for you. But at the end of the day, again, I agree with that it's just how you handle those regrets because it's impossible to avoid having regrets. And if you live your life scared of having regrets, you won't know how to be resilient. You won't know how to overcome something that is so natural to life, which is having regrets.
There are things that happen, daughter, like, for example, you're scammed, no?
Yes.
Yung financial. I think for me, that would be easier. These are just numbers. I mean,
Yes.
money, you can earn it again.
Yes.
Sa akin, what's more important would be relationships. So, what I mentioned a while ago about moving on, like maybe you have some issues with your parents, no? Or with your siblings that happened decades ago. So it's important for you to, well, as I've said, move on, no?
Not
Let
hold
it-
grudges.
Not hold grudges. And whatever issues you have, isipin mo na lang that,
People change, people grow.
yes, I
And
tama
I,
yan,
I have
daughter.
a few sayings to add to this.
Oh, yeah.
I have a lot of sayings.
People change, people grow, no? So like in my
Time
case,
heals all wounds, they say.
yes. And important also, daughter, yung mga katulad sa atin, no? Yung you have to improve yourself.
Yes.
Ano yung
Yes.
saying ng IE, do you remember?
There's always a better way.
Yes, there's
Yes.
always a
You
better
guys
way
should
of
know
doing
that
things.
by now, since we've mentioned
Yes,
that in
there's
so many
always a better
episodes.
way of doing things.
Yes.
So maybe as a parent, even as a parent, as a boomer, yung in-apply ko when you were still in grade school, probably should be different now, no?
Innovate.
Yes, that you are now, like most of you guys are now working. You're a lot
Yes.
more matured, no?
We're adults.
Oh, iba na yung perspective nyo in life.
Yes.
So I would have to adjust also, no? Just like
Yes.
your mom. Oh, so yun sinasabi ko na there's always a better way of doing things, no? You should be able to adjust.
Yes. And another saying in relation to regrets, I think as like a very basic saying is there's no use in crying over spilt milk. And I wholeheartedly agree with that because if you already like do something bad, you make a mistake, if you like feel bad for yourself, then you just feel double bad, if that makes sense. Like you just add on to the feeling of feeling bad. And my friend told me like last week, because I like made a mistake. My friend said, there's no point in like dwelling on it, feeling bad for yourself. All you can do now is what you can do about it. If you make a mistake, then you need to take action. How can you fix it? There's no point in dwelling over the fact that you did it because you already did it. There's nothing you can do. You already did it. You can't go back in time and not do it. So you need to think, okay, what can I do to fix this now?
Yes. So you learn from experience.
Yeah. At the end of the day, it's about mindset. I hope that answered your question. Isa venue or is avenue. But yeah, in relation to mindset, our main topic for today is
How to enjoy life.
yes. So how to enjoy the simple things in life.
Yes, simple things in life.
Simple joys.
Yes.
Hashtag simple joys. So
Simple, of course, simple
yes.
is relative.
Yes.
What yung sa atin siguro simple might be different to other
Yes.
families, no?
So,
to other individuals.
in general, Dad, what is a breakdown of like as a family, our simplest joys?
Simplest joys would be just going out,
Spending time together.
going to the park, for example. Like when you were no Nika.
Like what?
When si na Kuya Luigi,
when we
Kuya
were
Kiyo,
younger.
and Ate Kim.
When we were younger.
Yes.
Yes.
When they were like 4. Except during that time, daughter, medyo na kami. We had budgetary constraints. So, yung simple life is a must for us. Sina Ate Kim, Kuya Luigi, Kuya Kiyo. Every weekend, we go out. No, it's a must. But we just go to the park. Meron tayong investment na small property somewhere in Laguna. And there's a small park there. I remember we always go there on a weekend. There's a
then-
small swimming pool. There's yung mga slide. Mga ganon.
Is this the one where Kuya was like, again?
Yes, and I remember si Kuya nga, sabi ni Kuya, where are we going? We're going to this place. I said, again? Di ba? Because that's all we can afford during the
Yes.
time.
And also Burnham Park.
Although in Bernard, may cost pa rin, daughter yun. Because siyempre you have to
Yes.
travel.
But that
no? May
was your
gas.
favorite place
There's
to
a
go
gasoline.
before.
Yeah, we go to Baguio regularly.
Yes, every year.
Yes,
I think.
because meron tayong nakukuhang free place na.
Yeah. If you guys look at like our family pictures, there's a different picture every year where there's like a new baby. Every
Yes,
time
same
someone's
spot.
born. Yeah,
The same spot. So these are simple joys because we had budgetary constraints, no?
Yes.
So masaya na kami doon during that time, daughter, wala ka pa. Happy na kami noon na we go to a place that's has good weather, di ba? Baguio has the good weather. Oh, so anong cost mo doon? Gasoline cost lang, di ba? Tapos, siyempre, medyo ano ka rin sa lodging, no? You manage also your lodging. But fortunately for us, there's a place there na nahihiraman tayo ng na libre, no? So, yun. That's the example of simple joys, no? Kaunti
Before.
lang ang cost, but we enjoyed each other's company.
How about in the present day?
Oh, siyempre, medyo umadjust na yung ating yung ating budget, medyo nag-improve na. I don't know if you can call this a simple joy, no? Like siyempre hindi na siguro simple joy yung going out of the country. But siguro yung isang simple joy na ginagawa pa rin natin ngayon is we go out regularly. I mean, for simple meals. Basta we go out, coffee.
Yes.
Like kanina, before this podcast, I asked Kyla and you, let's have coffee in Alabang Town Center.
Yeah.
Di ba? Yun,
So,
happy na ako
what do we
noon
call
na-
that, Dad, when we go out?
Tatanungin ko siyempre, what are we celebrating, di ba? You ask me, Dad, what are we celebrating? Or I would ask you, celebrate life, that's it.
Yeah.
You just celebrate life.
I'm just like, Dad, where are we celebrating life today? Because I think the whole definition of like a simple joy is you don't need to find a big reason to celebrate. So for us, it's like we're celebrating life.
Every day is a celebration. The mere fact that we are still breathing, no?
Yes.
Gigising ka pa rin sa araw na
Yes,
to.
exactly.
It's a celebration. Binuhay ka ng Diyos.
Yeah.
Diba? Yung pa lang, it's a cause for celebration.
Yeah.
Hindi mo alam kung anong mangyayari, no? Life is
Unpredictable.
Sabi, unpredictable, no? Ang dami na nga nangyayari ngayon na natural disasters, no? Just
Yes.
like what happened in Davao, in Cebu. You know, I was part of I was in Baguio 1990 during that major earthquake. And
Oh, tell
after
them
that,
about that.
yeah, I
How
was
was the
in
experience?
I was with Coca-Cola, no? And we had a conference at Baguio Country Club.
What year was this again?
That was July, I remember July 16, 1990 or 91. I think it was 1990. And that was probably one of the strongest earthquake. No? I think the magnitude was around 7.7 or 7.8. So we had the conference on the first floor. Tapos about the afternoon, I think around 3 o'clock, major earthquake. and nag-collapse yung building namin.
Which building were you in?
Baguio Country Club. So, nag-collapse yun. So, when it collapsed, we were trapped for like 30 to 45 minutes.
And what did you have to do?
Wala, we were just praying actually. Mabuti na lang, there was somebody with the presence of mind and he said, go under the table. Because yung iba kasi, they started to run, no? To the exit. Kung hindi sila sumunod sa go under the table, they would have been crushed. Kasi seconds lang
Yeah.
yun. So, during that time, I was under the table. I can hear people praying, no? And, yung panahon pala na yun, daughter, na you're just waiting for your time, no? For your life. Na parang malapit na. Dumating sa point that I was not scared. Yung maybe yung 20 minutes na parang inintay mo na lang and you reflect. No? Yung going back to that question about having regrets.
Yeah.
No?
When your life is on the line, you think.
Yes, I had regrets
Yeah.
because iniisip ko lang yun, no, na things that I would have done differently. So luckily, no, with God's help, of course, we were able to, there was a small hole dun sa building na yun and we were able to survive, all of us. No? Yung nangyari na yun, daughter, inisip ko na every day should be a celebration.
So it really.
Because
Yeah.
this is practically my second life.
Exactly.
Diba?
So it made you more grateful to just be alive.
Yes, and I don't know, this is not the topic anymore, but so I went back to my work. No, I was head of human resources, no, in a manufacturing plant in southern Tagalog. So, of course, one of the functions that I had during that time as an HR practitioner is to do seminars. So I had plenty of seminars for our employees. So of course, I take the lead, and there's a portion in that seminar when you talk about your relationship with God. No, lagi ko sinasabi doon is the nearer you are to the transmitter, the clearer the signal. Okay, so meaning if you are closer to God or you pray a lot, no, mas lumalapit ka dun sa God kasi yun ang parang transmitter mo. Unfortunately, I was not practicing that. And siguro I've done like 30 seminars of that. No? Kasi ang daming empleyado. I think there are like 700 or 800 employees. You can just imagine there are 30 employees per seminar. No? So I told them. So I went back probably on the 31st seminar after the Baguio earthquake. I spoke again. No? The same seminar. And I told them, I don't even practice what I say. I was very open to them. Why am I saying this, daughter? Because our topic is about life. How to enjoy life.
Yes.
So with that experience, this is already my second life. Every day, no, na nandito tayo, you should be able to celebrate. Whether in the house, you can celebrate. We order. For me, that's already enjoying life. Simple pizza, di ba? I like pizza, so we order pizza.
Yeah.
We go out just to have coffee, right? To talk.
Yeah.
Alam natin yan.
Make
So,
TikToks.
Make TikToks. Yung TikTok actually
Simple joy.
changed my life in a way. Di ba? I mean,
Expound,
hindi naman major change, no? But actually, it helped me enjoy life better. Di ba? Kumbaga, I was already enjoying life with you guys. May TikTok pa. Instagram and this podcast, no? So mas lalo ko nag-enjoy. This is part of enjoying life.
Yes.
So I'm not so concerned anymore with what other people would say,
That's good.
no?
Yeah.
That why am I doing these things at my age now? Diba? As long as
Yes.
I'm happy, I'm not
Hurting anyone.
Hurting anyone. I'm, kumbaga, interacting better with my children. What more can you ask for, daughter? Tama ba? Am I so hyped up with this podcast, daughter? Huh?
Sure.
Must be the coffee.
What the heck? Did you even drink coffee or you
Yes,
just saying
I
stuff?
drank coffee, daughter. I drank coffee, black coffee.
I think also as a big family, a big simple joy is when we're complete, because it's harder these days to find time
Yeah.
to be complete. Because if you guys are new here, we're 9 in the family, 7 kids, so I'm the 7th kid, and I think, for context, I'm 22, so all of my siblings are older. We're all working, so I think it's harder to find a lot of time to be complete because we're all so busy. We all have our own lives. So yeah, how does it make you feel that when we're complete?
Ecstatic, daughter. Because of before, when we were complete in this house,
Yeah.
wala hindi mo naisip yun eh. Diba? Parang
Pre-pandemic.
It's so regular. So regular, lagi tayong 9.
Yeah.
Every time we go out, it's always 9. So when we pay for the bills, no, in a restaurant, it's always times 9. Laging ganun,
Or when we
right?
travel, times 9.
When you travel, it's always times 9.
Yeah.
So, dumating ang time na umalis na yung ibang siblings mo. So, of course, it became cheaper going out. But it's not as fun as before.
Yes.
Diba? It's still fun, but it's not as fun as before. But these things are, I would say, part of life that you would have to adjust to, di ba? So yun, yung importante yung makapag-move on ka eh. Kung lagi kang may regrets, so I should have been closer to one of your siblings, something like that. Isip, like yung sabi, iniisip ko yun, but tapos na yun eh, di ba? Importante is on a day-to-day na tingnan mo kung ano yung available for you.
Yes.
Di ba? You still have 7 children, your mom, no? And I'm very fortunate, as I've mentioned to our other podcast, that I still have my parents. They're still alive, 91 and 90 years old. No, what more can you ask for?
Yes.
Di ba?
I think it just comes down to living in the present at the end of the day. Because as you mentioned, for example, like before when we all lived together, you don't realize at the time that, oh, this is such something to be grateful for that we're all together. And then in the future, in retrospect, you'll think, I missed that time when we lived together. So it's all about like in the current day, appreciating what you have. So even if it's like something so simple, like having coffee, it's like, I'm so grateful to have this time to hang out with my children, to hang out with my parents. So I think that's kind of a hard mindset to have actually, to be like super present in the moment. But once you have that mindset set, it helps you enjoy life a lot better. At the end of the day, simple joys comes down to the mindset you have, you know?
Yes. And I think going back to that question, no? Kasi okay yung
About
question na yun
regrets.
about regrets.
Yeah.
Laging sinasabi kasi pag pumupunta ka, daughter, sa wake, di ba? Ang lagi sinasabi sa iyo, ng advice sa iyo ng mga relatives mo or friend mo, "Ay, Arnie, you're lucky that your parents are still alive. Ang gawin mo habang they're still alive, make the most out of it, no?" Kasi laging ganoon yun eh. Yung sasabihin, pag nawala na, sabihin, ay sayang, I should have called, I should have visited more, a regular visit, talk to them more, di ba? So, ngayon, siyempre, so I show yung kayo, no? Pinapakita ko rin that as much as possible on a regular basis, I visit my parents, no? Kahit na malayo yung distance namin, di ba?
Yeah.
Because mahirap yun ang mahirap siguro na regrets na mahirap mong ma-overcome, no? But hindi mo nagawa, kaya mo namang gawin, di ba? So yun ang I think yung dapat sa buhay mo na part of enjoying life is make sure that you invest, no? Not money but time. Yun ang sa akin na importante when you enjoy life. It's not all financial eh. Mas importante sa akin yung time that you spend, di ba? So kung minsan yung si Ate Kyla mo, di ba? She's very busy now. Gusto ko sabi sa daughter, spend more time. Ngayon parang it's time tatlo na lang, di ba? You, me, and
Mom.
no?
Yeah.
Oo. So lately, si Ate Kyla's been joining us, di ba? That's
How
why
does that make you feel?
very happy. Oh, kasi dalawa na lang kayo eh. 2 babies na nga lang
Yes.
kayo eh. Di ba? We used to call them kasi the 2 babies. Up to now, there's still the 2 babies. No? Everybody calls them the 2 babies. That's Kyla and Nika. So, siyempre, masarap talaga yung yung ma-maximize yung time spent. Yun ang sa akin yung enjoying life. Yung yung mga out of the country daughter, okay yun. Masaya yun. Kaya lang, siyempre, hindi na katulad dati rin na, di ba, kompleto tayo when we go out of the country. Remember, wala tayong, when we go to Hong Kong or Japan or wherever, kompleto tayo, di ba? Ngayon, I don't know if that is still possible.
Yeah.
Di ba? Because of the time. Si Ate Kim is very busy with her volleyball. Hindi naman pwede, di ba? So, yun ang
So again,
mga constraints now.
it's just about being grateful about what we can do in the present. So even if it's not abroad, it's just about enjoying, even just like family dinner on Sundays or like board game nights, simple things like that.
TikTok,
Yeah, TikTok. making
daughter, di
TikToks.
ba?
So yeah, again, at the end of the day, I think it really boils down to mindset, especially gratitude attitude in your daily life. Like waking up every day and being like, as Dad said, like I'm so grateful to wake up today. It's a new day to try new things. And in relation to the topic, which is regrets, I think a really, really good mindset to have is that every single day that you wake up is a new chance to improve yourself and to better yourself. Because I think if we don't have a growth mindset and we don't think that we can improve, then you just can't improve as a person. If you think, I'm like this, I'm negative adjective, If you think I'm capable of growth, I'm capable of change, I'm so grateful to be alive today because I can improve on what I did badly yesterday, then that's how you reframe your mindset and you get to be grateful for every single small thing. Like me, for example, I'm really scared to drive to far places because I'm just used to driving in Alabang. So recently I've been driving further by myself because my parents came from Japan. They were in Japan for a few weeks, so I had no choice but to drive myself. So obviously, like, I had to learn how to drive further because I think I saw this saying, which was like, and guys, I really love my sayings, okay? You're not doing it because you're scared. It's scary because you're not doing it. So I was like, okay, I need to do it, even if it's so scary for me, for example, drive to BGC. This is like such a scary idea for me, but if I'm never gonna do it, I'm never gonna get over it. So yesterday, or like 2 days ago, I drove to Taft, which was like the scariest thing ever. But in my head, it's like, I'm never going to get over it if I don't do it. So that's really the mindset to have when it comes to doing things. Just, even if you're scared, feel the fear and do it anyway. Another saying I really like. So yeah, I think the weight of regret.
Where do you get all these sayings,
I
daughter?
read a lot, Dad.
Oh,
I read a lot.
that's why I there was a comment, no?
Yeah.
That I should read more down
They
so that I
said-
can cope up
Who
with
said
you.
that?
There was a comment.
What? It's better to regret doing it than not doing it, basically.
No.
Like, at least you know what the outcome would be, rather than wonder, like,
Yes,
what if
yes.
I never did it?
It's better to try than not to try at all.
Yeah, exactly. So
Try and you will succeed.
Yeah.
Daughter, ah?
Yeah.
Oh, okay ba?
Yes.
Nakaisa ako, ah.
Failing while doing something is better than not doing it at all.
Yes, yes.
It's okay to suck at things because I think as people, you can't be good at everything anyway. So that's why, guys, I'm also starting a series on TikTok where I try new things. So follow
That's
my
right.
TikTok.
I have a question, daughter.
Yeah.
Do you think level of satisfaction is directly related to level of happiness in life?
No.
Satisfaction with happiness in life.
What do you mean? Aren't satisfaction and happiness like synonyms?
No?
What? Can you expound? Expound what you mean by level
No,
of satisfaction.
satisfaction, for example, daughter. Kasi we're talking about enjoying life.
Yes.
Simple pleasures
Okay,
like
then
us.
my answer is no.
Ang tanong ko, yung level of satisfaction mo ba would be directly directly proportional to your happiness?
No, my answer is no.
Why?
I think satisfaction is surface level and happiness is like rooted, like deep down, how you feel at the end of the day. And I think happiness is basically just based on your mindset and how you view your life. And so if you're satisfied with the small things you do in your life, but you have a mindset that makes you not appreciate these things, then you won't be happy, if that makes sense. So for example, like it's how like people say money doesn't buy happiness. You could have so much money to buy so many things, but you can still not be happy because you don't view it that way. Because even if you're satisfied with your purchases, you're not happy. So it's really not proportionate because at the end of the day, it depends on your mindset and how you view your life. So,
Yeah.
I mean, how about you, Dad? What do you think?
I agree. Well, although kasi daughter yung level of satisfaction mo. For example, you are happy with Range Rover. That gives you happiness, no? Below that, you're not happy anymore. Halimbawa, ang sasakyan mo Innova, for example.
Yes.
Oh, hindi ka satisfied doon. So, you're not enjoying life using the Innova because ang satisfaction mo is a Range Rover. Right? So, kung sa akin, tayo kasi,
For context, guys, we love the Innova.
sa atin kasi, di ba, yung ating level of satisfaction, hindi ganun kataas. Anyways, kahit naka-Cadillac ka or naka-Escalade ka, nakakarating ka pa rin naman sa pupuntahan mo di ba? Tama ba? Like tayo, ano yung car natin, daughter, nung maliliit kayo?
Innova?
Innova.
2007 manual Innova.
Manual Innova. That was 2007, I
guys,
remember.
For context, that is the car we use to learn how to drive.
Yes.
Because Dad made it a rule.
Oo, ang car
We
natin
can
lang.
only drive if we
Oo.
learn to drive manual.
Yes, but we needed a vehicle na kasya tayo So nagkakasya tayo doon.
Yeah.
Isipin mo yun, paano tayo nagkasya doon? Diba? Because that's what we can afford. But we were happy.
Yeah.
We were very happy because ilan ba ang Innova? Ilan seater yon? 2, 3, tapos may jump seat sa
Always
likod.
make kandong.
Di ba? Tapos ang dami pa namin
Yeah.
dala, no? Na mga, siyempre, pumunta kami ng Baguio, no?
Yeah.
So, siyempre, nagtitipid kami because we have budgetary constraint. But what's more important is we're together. So, masaya sa loob ng Innova, di ba? Tapos, nangyari noon, we bought another car, Revo naman. Kasi may jump seat sa likod, right? Or let's say, Trooper, di ba? Medyo tumaas ng konti budget, naging trooper. Pero masikip. But we were very happy, remember? Masaya
I was
kasi,
like a
I don't know,
tiny baby.
were you happy?
I mean, I didn't really think about it that much. I don't think I was thinking about the cars we had at that
because
age.
ang important lang sa amin ng mami mo, no, is for us to be with you guys. We were not thinking of sa amin lang kasi siyempre, instead of
sports car.
going to all these places, going out of the country with all you guys, binili lang namin ng sasakyan. Kasi
Sports car.
kahit na let's say pumunta ka lang ng Japan for example, times 9 pa rin yun eh.
Yeah.
'Di ba? Bumili na sana kami ng kotse ang gusto namin. So, but it's not important Ano ba naman yung sasakyan na yan?
In relation to that, the Innova,
No.
I think in relation to simple joys, like when I first learned how to drive, because I'm the youngest, guys, I get last priority when it comes to cars, right? So I would be always left with the Innova. Like this is like last year, 2 years ago. And for me, it was such a simple joy to just be able to drive by myself. Even if I was driving a very like clunky 2007 Innova that was manual, that I would break down
There was
like,
a time
the
that it
car
has no aircon.
sometimes. Yeah, and it has no aircon also. So I would have to drive with the windows down.
It's manual.
Around Alabang. So even if it was like that was the car, it was a little dilapidated. I was still my mindset was this is such a simple joy that I can finally drive myself around to do errands. So yeah, going back to your question, which was is it proportionate? I think in that context that you're talking about, yes, and that it's inverse. So the higher your expectations and your standards are, the less happy you're gonna be. Saying that Ate Kyla and I really love is comparison is the thief of joy. So when you put that in this context, if you look at other people's lives and you think, I want to live like that, I want to have these things, then you are never gonna be happy. Because you don't know how to appreciate what you currently
Yes.
have. So comparing doesn't get you
siguro
anywhere.
yung joys of yung sa yung life, no? Like for us, simple things, no? For other people, iba eh. Di ba?
I think
Diba?
when it comes to money, and I listened to a podcast episode about this, about how money, again, like people say money can't buy happiness, right? And scientifically, that is not true until a certain point. So money can buy happiness only when it comes to like security. So obviously, the more money you have to like be secure, the happier you are. But after a certain point, like when you're like in the upper class already, the more money you have, that doesn't guarantee that you're happy. You get what I mean?
Yeah, for some people. So, kanya-kanya talaga, daughter, ang level of happiness. So, that's why I think that's one advantage for people like us, no? Na simple lang yung ating happiness. Like ako, daughter, ako talaga. Ganun ako. Just having coffee, di ba? Not even, yung coffee man lang na, na mumurahing coffee na with your mom. Happy na. Yung gusto ko lang yun eh. Sabi ko sa mami mo what I imagine in life is just, having coffee in a balcony, in a cold place. Diba? Tapos medyo ka ng kape mo and you can see the nice view. Happy na ako dun eh. Yun ang aking sense of happiness, daughter. Ideally with all my children.
But at the end of the day, if you think about it, that simple happiness, it comes from hard work, because it's such a privilege to be able to have these simple joys, like the time to like relax and the time to quiet down. And that's why I think also it's important to like work hard in the present day so that you have that time for yourself, because I think quiet time is really such a privilege. And I think especially like when you start working already, like me, when I graduate, like I'm gonna be more busy, right? So now I have this mindset where I'm so grateful to have like free time because I have time to relax. So yeah, it's really such a small joy and privilege to have time to just relax and be calm.
Oh,
And
yun, yung having time to relax, Nika, that's for me, that's enjoying life. The ultimate for me, pag-enjoy mo ng life mo is just relax. You're just relaxed, di ba? Like may mga picture ako na sa ibang country, nakaupo lang ako, yun lang gusto ko. Di ba pag sinasabi sa inyo when I go to other countries, even like, for example, Hong Kong lang eh. Anong gusto ko sa Hong Kong? Just sit down there in Harbor View.
Yeah.
And maybe meron kang kaunting kinakain, di ba? Kaunting drinks, tubig. Tapos nakikita mo yung mga boat, di ba? Na dumadaan, mga yacht na dumadaan. Happy ka na dun eh.
do you, as a boomer, think that Zoomers should have that mindset, even if like they're still young, that they should just relax?
Definitely.
Really?
Oo, kasi ngayon parang ang pace ngayon kasi, daughter, correct me if I'm wrong for Zoomers, is mas mabilis. Parang they want to achieve something in such a short time.
Especially like with technology and all of
Yes, with the internet. Parang they want to achieve it in such a short time.
But wouldn't you say that's
Parang
like
hindi na relaxing. Kaya maraming nagkakaroon ng mental issues, no. I don't know, daughter, napabasa ko lang naman, no. It's because they have so much expectation because what they hear and read, no? And watch in the social media. So lumalaki yung kanilang masyadong expectation na gusto nila ma-achieve kagad nila to in such a short time.
Yeah, but I feel like outside of that, like I think in terms of mental health as a Zoomer, even without that, it's quite uncontrollable to handle those types of things. But social media and the internet really does increase it a lot.
Oh,
It
yeah,
increases the vulnerability to those types of things a lot.
Daughter, like for boomers, kung I will look back as a boomer, napakasimple kasi ng buhay kasi dati, daughter.
Yeah.
Very, very simple. Ang ano mo lang talaga is you study, after studying, you work, corporate, no? After corporate, after a few years in corporate, when you're financially stable, get married, have kids, get a house, no? Kahit maliit. Yun, ganun kasimple.
Yeah. But I think we talked about, like, in our first episode, maybe, that it's because it wasn't as normalized before to prioritize, like, taking care of yourself. And I think that's why maybe, like, in the older generation, a lot of people are, like, undiagnosed when it comes to those types of things. It's hard to identify
You mean
their problems.
They're also sick, you mean, mentally?
I would say, I think in my generation, there's a really big emphasis on like going to therapy, working on yourself. Because, when you don't work on those types of things, especially like I would say with the boomers who like don't believe in therapy and things like that, it can pass down to the next generation because generational trauma is a real thing. And it's not just like a saying, but it's like a biological, scientific thing. So
But you should
Yeah.
take it seriously.
yeah, but wouldn't you say it's an unpopular opinion that you want the younger generation to relax? Because I think for boomers,
Unpopular.
don't you think other boomers think like, oh, this generation should work harder, or like this generation's so soft? Isn't
Your
that-
generation,
isn't
you
that
mean?
what boomers say? Yeah. Or this generation so relaxed.
Well, I think because of the situation now, it doesn't mean that mas masipag yung mga boomers compared to the zoomers. I disagree with that. Pareho lang yan. I think ang nangyayari lang, it's a lot easier now to like studying, no? It's so much easier now compared to before.
Yes.
Diba? Because of course, yung
Access to information.
internet, Google, hindi mo na kailangan mag-research, no? As we mentioned in our previous podcast. And working naman, parang ang mga Zoomers, they can earn more easier, in my opinion. Like for example, social media. You have a lot of influencers. They earn more than yung nasa corporate. Noon, wala namang ganun doon. There's no such thing as social media. Ang option mo lang before is either you go corporate or you have a business. Yun nga, during that time, yung having a business is not that easy. It's usually just corporate. O, yung mga medyo magagaling mag-risk or meron silang money to invest, they go into business.
Yes.
But ngayon, meron ng social media, daming opportunities.
But it's kind of also a double-edged sword because, in a sense, like because the opportunity is so available to everyone, it's hard to make yourself stand out in a way. It's harder to innovate because it's so easy to innovate, if that makes sense. Because
Kumbaga,
anybody can innovate. It's hard to come
Yes.
up with something new.
Yes, parang the competition is stiff.
Yes.
No, I agree. Just like in social media, you have to come up with something new, something different, right?
That's why all of Barney's content are new concepts. Dad doesn't like trends, as we mentioned before. What are
Yeah,
your
as
thoughts on
much
trends now,
as
Dad?
much as possible, huh?
What are your thoughts on trends now?
Well, okay rin naman yung trends, daughter, because, for example, in my, amateur lang naman ako, daughter,
Yeah.
compared to you guys, no? It's also important na malaman mo yung mga trends, sumabay ka sa trend, no? Because that's what majority of people who follow social media wants, di ba? So if you want to really increase your followers or subscribers, you go with the trend, di ba? But as you mentioned, sometimes you also need to be a little bit more original naman.
Yeah.
Something that, kumbaga, you can establish a brand for yourself.
That's true.
Right? Kasi kung pare-pareho kayo ng brand, kumbaga hahatiin mo yung pie
Yeah.
Samantalang if you have your own brand, then maybe you have your own market.
That's what I was telling Dad when they first started getting into TikTok. I was saying there are like no boomer influencers, There's no boomer couple TikToker. So your pie,
Really?
I
Baka
think
meron
you
naman.
get like a bigger slice of the
Oo.
pie as compared to like, for example, me. I'm a
Oh.
student influencer. How many student influencers are there,
Oh,
So I was
oh.
telling Dad, go get that pie. Eat
Yeah.
that pie.
Yeah, but do you remember, Nika, yung going back to our topic, no? Isipin mo na lang what's important is you're giving happiness to the viewers, no? Sabihin, and you posted something that you want.
Yes.
Di ba?
Again, like I think it's about like how you view things. I think for example, for me, I think I mentioned this in our last episode, which was about relationships. But when something happens to you, something bad happens to you externally, I think if you view it in the sense that, what is this teaching me? I'm so glad that this is teaching me something. Then you can view it instead of like something that makes you sad into a simple joy. Like, oh, I think that sounds kind of counterintuitive. Like, that something bad can be a simple joy. But at the end of the day, every single experience you have teaches you something. So it's really just about how you view it. So yeah, it's also possible to view bad things as simple joys at the end of the day. Mindset.
Tama yung daughter. I agree. I
Yeah.
agree. Like, for example, daughter, pag nakita mo si, si Ate Kyla mo na, and your mom, nasa Japan sila, they go to book off, no? Yung parang second hand, di ba? And parang they're enjoying actually. Di ba? Nag-enjoy sila going there na nag-aan sila ng thrifted na mga clothes. Masaya sila eh. Parang they're savoring the experience. No?
Yeah, so it's like just being able to appreciate the small things that you have in life. Again, I think that's easier said than done. I think you can't like make that your mindset instantly, especially if it's not what you're used to. Sometimes you just kind of have to force yourself to view life that way. Maybe just like repeat it to yourself every day. Oh, I'm so grateful to wake up. Like, I'm so grateful, blah, blah. And I think a good habit you can have is to just like name 3 things a day that you're grateful for. Because once you like start the habit of being grateful, then you can implement it into a mindset, if that makes sense.
Oo.
So yeah, it's really about practicing gratitude. So
And I think yung treatment, daughter, yung isang araw, I think is important. Ako kasi, every day for me is important. Dapat hindi mo siya sinasayang. Alam mo yun?
Yeah.
Every day. Dapat meron kang hindi nasayang isang araw. Because life is short.
yeah.
Life is very short. Like, hindi ko alam, I'm already 62 years old, di ba? So, hindi mo alam kung ano mangyayari 5 years from now if I'm still here, hopefully. Di ba? So, every day should be a celebration. Di ba? Every day. Every morning, kay si Ate Kyla nga, okay si Ate Kyla, when siya yung hi Dad, morning Dad. Every morning yan, di ba? So, yung palang, parang kahit na hindi maganda yung gising mo, na-uplift ka, di ba? Tama ba yung daughter? So, important yun. Or your mommy mo, pagdating niya, Arnie, kumain ka na ba? So, isipin mo yun, mga simpleng ganun, dapat you should appreciate that. Mga ganun, di ba, daughter?
Yeah.
That's why ako, kanina, guys, are we going out? I'm still dressed up. You wanna have coffee? Di ba? Pero I'm enjoying this, daughter.
Clearly.
I'm totally enjoying this. I'm so hyped up for this
Yes.
for this podcast. Pang ilan na ba to, daughter?
10th, I think.
10th?
I'm not sure. Yeah.
Oh, parang this is my second wind. Alam mo yung second wind?
So
Just
yeah.
like yung mga dogs natin, daughter. Every time, i-enjoy natin sila every day. Di ba?
Yeah.
Because of course, they have a shorter lifespan.
Yeah.
Diba? So, every day na mahag mo sila, makasama mo matulog, it's a celebration.
I read something in a book before that said a dog's only job is to bring you happiness.
Yes.
And whenever I see my dogs, I remember that. Because, they're really not doing anything.
Si Kyoto.
Kyoto. Yeah, Kyoto's so cute.
Ang simple happiness sa akin, daughter, I mentioned, di ba, yung sa Harbor View, nakaupo ko lang doon, nakikita mo yung mga dumadaan na mga barko, no? When I was still single, daughter, long time ago. So after the earthquake, no, and I survived. I went to the US. My first time to go to the US, no, because I thought that, biro mo, hindi ko nagawa yun. May nangyari sa akin, di ba? Pumunta ako sa US. I went to Washington DC. Alam mo yung enjoyment ko lang, daughter, is just to sit down there sa Lincoln Memorial. Nakaupo lang ako. Happy ako. Nakikita ko yung Washington Monument, may reflection kasi may pond doon, di ba? So there's a reflection. Doon lang ako. Happy ako. I was so relaxed, di ba? And you begin to reflect yung buhay mo na
How old were you then?
that was 1991. So I was 28 years old. So iniisip ko, yung bang 27 years ko or 28 years, did I maximize that? In a way, I think yes, no? Like in college, in high school, I enjoyed my life in school.
He's a proponent of enjoying life to the max.
Yes.
To the
Di ba? So, ngayon, no regrets ako, daughter.
Yeah. I think for me, well, I'm like 22, so I think I have a little less insight on like life in general, but I think I've gone through a bit of stuff. So I think my mindset over the years has changed, especially ever since I've turned 20, because I think when you're a teenager, you're more black and white about the things that happen in your life. And I think ever since I've started reading more, especially in my 20s, I've learned how to change my mindset to be something that works for me better because before I used to be very cynical and very negative and pessimistic about how I viewed life. And a lot of you guys say like in my TikToks when I share like my journaling stuff that you really appreciate my mindset and how I view life. And I think if you guys want to change your mindset, a really good way to do that is to read self-help or to read books. Yeah, as I mentioned, it's about forcing yourself to look at life differently. And something I read that really helped me was this story from The Courage to Be Disliked. And it was about a well. So, for example, Dad, it's summer and there's a well and there's really cold water. So, you get water from that well and you really appreciate how cold it is. And you're like, I love the water here. But if it's winter and you get water from the same well, you won't appreciate it as much. So,
Because there's ice.
because it's like not that cold anymore. What? Basically, that story is just about how that water in the bucket is the same water, but because the external circumstances have changed, you appreciate it less. So, in a way, and this is another saying, environment is the invisible hand that shapes human behavior. So, essentially, your external environment, even if you don't see it, it affects how you view life. So, you need to learn how to still think the same way, even if your external circumstances change. So, I guess that relates to like expectations and stuff. Let's say that you're happy because you have so and so. You're happy because of your relationship. You're happy because of your job. If you are reliant on that for your happiness, if it goes away, you're not going to be happy anymore. Yeah, you need to learn how to detach yourself from the external environment and to just have that mindset, which is, I'm so grateful for the water in this well, in this bucket, even if
Tama yun, daughter.
the season is different.
Like sa inyo, daughter, alam mo, iniisip namin ng mami mo rin.
What?
Like yung standards kasi, siyempre, tumataas eh. Hindi naman bumaba ang standards eh.
In terms of what?
Satisfaction. For example, before, you guys are very happy when we tell you that we're going to Baguio or we're going to Tagaytay.
Yeah.
Diba, you're so excited already. Pero ngayon, when we tell you that, oh, let's go to Baguio, iba na yung excitement nyo compared to going out of the country.
That's not true. I go out with you no matter
No, but-
where the place is.
You'll be more satisfied when we invite you, let's say, to the US or Europe. Kaysa, oh, let's go to Tagaytay. Okay, parang you will go with us because yun lang kaming samahan. Pero hindi yung, oh, wow, or let's go to Burnham Park.
I think it's because of like
The standards has changed.
familiarity. You know, like when you visit a new place versus when you visit a place you've already been,
Go.
excitement is very different. Your excitement will be very different.
So, nag-iba na kasi ang standards yung daughter because you have experienced something different. Parang it's like eating chocolate. Kami, daughter, dati, nung grade school ako, happy-happy na ako sa Surge chocolate. Hindi nyo alam yung Surge chocolate eh, or Chalk Night, di ba?
Are you implying we wouldn't be happy with chocolate? I love chocolate.
No. But nakatikim na kami ng Cadbury, Toblerone. Medyo nag-iba na yung preference namin din. Diba? Parang ganun lang. Yung, you're still okay with chocolate.
Yes, I'm still.
Diba?
I'm still
You're
okay,
still
with,
okay with
chocolate. I
chocolate.
love chocolate.
Pero tama ba yung daughter, yung enjoyment before in going to, let's say, Tagaytay or Baguio has changed?
I think in general, life is so much simpler when you're a child, and things satisfy you better when you're a child.
Oh, yun nga.
Yeah.
Tama.
As you mentioned, in our episode with Mom, we talk about how we used to be so excited every time you brought home chips and things
Yes,
like that. And now
yes.
the standards have gone up.
Yes, ayaw nyo na ng chips.
Well, because it's unhealthy.
It's unhealthy.
Yeah.
Oh, diba? What you want now is salad stop.
Oh, I love salad stop.
Oh,
Yes.
because it's healthy.
Yes.
Oh, iba na ngayon.
Yeah.
Diba? Because of yung ano nyo, as you mentioned, the environment, your experience, diba? Na-influence na yung ano,
Yeah.
yung level of satisfaction mo.
Yes.
Diba? Whether it's material, food, etc. Diba? So yun, talagang ganun na. Pag sinabi namin, oh, guys, let's go to
Sushi Ninja.
Or Sushi Ninja. Or let's go to Europe, for example. Who wants to go? Me. Oh, who wants to go to Baguio? I'm busy.
That's so not true, guys. I always go with them. Who went with you to Tagaytay last month?
Oh, yeah. For example, I asked
Who went with you to Tagaytay last month?
you.
Oh.
Hindi na yung 7 kids. Iba na.
Well, also because
You'd
we're
rather,
busy.
yeah, because you're busy.
You know, we don't always have like the free time to go
Yeah.
to those things because we can't drop our priorities because we're not like retired like you.
Let's say if I tell you,
I'm
Nika,
still in school.
Nika, let's go to New York. Will that be your priority? Drop muna yung what you're doing and let's go to New York.
That's like a different thing.
Exactly.
Because you plan it months ahead.
Exactly.
You're talking about something that's like next week. You know?
But no, what I'm saying, daughter, is parang it's something that no, halimbawa, daughter, hypothetical lang naman. Let's go to New York next week. If it's possible, will you go with me?
Yes, but
Yes, right?
I have thesis this month, so the answer is no, actually.
Level mo, standards
Yeah.
mo has changed, obviously.
Yes.
And understandable, daughter, that's so normal. Na-reach mo na kasi, daughter, yung boomer stage, ako 62. Parang yung standards mo, nag-ano uli eh. Bumabalik uli dun sa yung dati.
Yeah.
Like, for example, ako, napansin nyo, I like more pizza now. Simple pizza, di ba? Not even the expensive pizza. Kasi yun eh, parang bumabalik na ako sa ganun uli.
Yeah, because you're old.
Oh.
But like, of course, like when you're in your early 20s, when you are just about to graduate in college, your wants, I guess, are like that because you have dreams. You have more dreams at this age. Wouldn't you say? Like when you were in your 20s, don't you think you had like, you wanted this and this, you wanted this to happen to you?
Oh, well,
Yeah.
it's a dream, daughter. Kasi hindi mo naman alam talaga, ano eh, it's actually a vision, mission. Diba? Sometimes, ang feeling mo, it's not even attainable
Yeah.
during that time, no? So, yun. Pag tumanda ka na, daughter, siguro, when you reach a certain age, pagdating mo na ng 30s, yun, masyadong tumataas yung ano mo, standards mo. 40s. Tataas pa rin ang standards mo. Baka mas gusto mo pa.
Yeah.
Kasi tumataas yung ano mo eh, yung financial capability
And
mo.
when does it start going down? 60s?
Ako, I experienced na no, yung ganyan, mga late 50s, daughter. Parang noon kasi I wanted the European car, flashy for example. Hindi na eh. I just want maybe a simple electric car na I can save on gas. No? Yun lang. Tapos yung when you go out of the country, maybe same as your sibling, si Ate Kyla, yung coffee ka na lang.
Yeah.
Simple. Tapos you sit down there, like as I mentioned, nasa Lincoln Memorial ka lang. Di ba? Nice weather. Nakikita mo yung mga tao. Yung relax ka na relax. Yun, yung daughter ba na ano mo, hindi na ako, wala na yung ano, yung material things parang nabawasan na.
Do you think that is a product of experience? Because obviously you've already experienced most of the things you've wanted to experience. You've experienced what it's like to have this and
Yes.
this and this
I agree.
to
Galing mo
reach
talaga,
your
daughter.
standards.
Oo.
So obviously, like when you're older, it's like, okay, I've already experienced this
Oo.
level of satisfaction.
Yes,
I want to
kasi,
chill.
like for example, daughter, no? Ano ba yung mga luxury na, oh, I'd rather spend yung ano, yung invest yung time with the family. Spend money with the family. That's how to enjoy life now for me.
Yeah.
Traveling, ideally with all of you, di ba? Siyempre, must yan with your mom. So, yun, ganun lang. Yun ang ano. On a day-to-day, dapat may gagawin ka sana. Whether you just go out to Alabang Town Center, have coffee, or kung hindi ka makalabas, have a nice coffee here, no? Yung ganun lang.
I feel like that's also a mindset that I have been influenced to have because for me, I prefer to spend my money on experiences, traveling, concerts, things like that.
Yes.
Because for me, well, I also like buying material things, obviously, every now and then. But at the end of the day, I prefer, like, if I could spend an X amount of money, I would rather spend it on an experience than a thing.
I agree
Because
with you
a
100%.
memory will last with you forever, but material things, they break. You
Yes.
know, you can buy things with the same functionality.
Oh, I agree.
I
I
love
agree
spending on
with you
experience.
100%.
Yeah.
Daughter, kasi magkano ba talaga kailangan mo? How many watches do you need? How many
One.
cars
You
do you
just
need?
need to tell the time
Diba?
once. You
Wala.
need to go to one place once.
Ako, I'm so happy, daughter, sa atin na gano'n
Yeah.
lang yung level natin. We're not aiming for this much in terms of wealth.
Yeah.
Ang ine-aim lang natin is how to spend what we have to enjoy, di ba?
Yeah.
Like naman, kumita tayo, meron tayong savings. Ang pinag-uusapan natin is, where do we go? Where do we travel? It's always like that. Kasi hindi mo alam eh, kung ano mangyayari sa iyo. Yun lang iniisip natin. Hindi natin iniisip, kahit maliit, yung meron tayong opportunity
Yeah.
to enjoy life. Kasi,
And that's a point you reach after like many, many years because you're like 62. So it's a lot of years of like financial hard work to get to relax to where you are now, to enjoy
Yes,
that
yes.
level of retirement.
yeah, it's really, especially for a boomer, no? It's now ideally for you to enjoy every day of your life, no? But, I'm sure some of our subscribers' daughter will say, ay nakita ko rin sa comment yan eh, they can only say this because they have the financial means to really enjoy life. Like remember your topic natin about education?
Yeah.
And I said, for us to enjoy ang advice ko is to enjoy. Focus yung isipin mo kung paano ka mag-enjoy sa school.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yes.
And may mga comments na, hindi naman, I think 1 or 2 comments.
Yes.
Tito Arnie can only say this because they have the means. No?
And that's true. That is true.
Oh, tama yun. Tama naman
Yeah.
yun. Na,
I think-
yung iba that they don't have a choice, they really have to focus because they're more challenged, no?
Yes.
Sa buhay. Tama yun. Tama yun.
Yeah.
But ako, iniisip ko lang naman, hindi mo naman kailangang maging mayaman
To enjoy.
to enjoy life. Like tayo no, ba't tayo nag-enjoy nun? Pumunta lang tayo dun sa, pumunta kami ng kapatid mo, we go to Santa Rosa.
Yeah.
Well, every week, we enjoyed.
Yes. And definitely like the opinions and the stories we share don't apply to everybody. And we know that. And we acknowledge that, you know, not everything's going to be relatable. So take everything with a grain of salt. But also, as I mentioned, I think, of course, happiness in terms of money is based on the ability to be secure. So, of course, like, I think it's a lot harder to be happy, of course, if you don't have the money to be secure.
Yes,
to, like,
yes,
you know,
definitely.
to bring food on the table. So,
Definitely. Kasi ang priority mo would be, of course, number 1 is bring food on the table, di ba?
Yes.
Yun ang number 1, yung shelter.
yeah.
Di ba? Before traveling, siyempre, important is food and shelter.
Yeah.
Before anything else.
And I think that's why I also said that, like, it's such a privilege to be able to relax, to be able to think these types of things that, oh, where can we go next? So, again, that's like something to be so grateful for in my life, that like these are things I'm thinking about. So, again, gratitude, attitude,
Tama yung sinabi mo, daughter.
every little
You
thing.
should be thankful for what you have right now. Diba? Kasi yung iba, wala silang ganun. Yung mabuhay ka lang, for you to wake up lang on a day-to-day basis, should be thankful already.
Yeah.
Diba? So, pag meron kang opportunity na gano'n, na you can still wake up, di you maximize. On a day-to-day basis, you maximize your life. Talagang sulitin mo yan kasi sabi nga, life is really short.
Yeah. And I think another thing, like, time spent in general, I think means also time spent with other people, because if most of your time is spent alone, as much as I love being an introvert and I love spending time by myself, I think community really is the center of life at the end of the day. And if you have all of these joys and you have no one to share it with,
Yeah.
I don't think you can be truly happy.
Yes, yes.
So sometimes I think you need to like go out of your way and make time to spend with people,
Tama.
because that's really how you get to appreciate life more.
Tama. Tsaka one of the enjoyments of life, daughter, is if you are able to help other people. No? Not exactly financially, no? You can share, no, yung experience mo.
Like us with this podcast.
Oh, make
Hopefully.
people happy. If you're,
Yeah.
kasi ako, masaya ako yung mga siblings, they have good humor. Diba? Kaya when we're together, diba, masaya.
But apparently not me, guys. Dad thinks
Oh.
I'm like not funny.
Of course not.
I asked him to rank us and he put me in the bottom.
No, that's not true. I put you in top 7 naman kayo eh.
Yeah.
Nasa si Nika.
okay.
Higher than the
I have
middle
other
naman.
grades. I agree, you know, like when you start to do things that are more helpful for others, you find more purpose in yourself, because you can only get so far by being self-motivated.
Oh,
Yeah.
you enjoy life pag you get to share your experience, you get to make people happy, diba, your friends, no? So, it's important. Meron kang satisfaction.
And that's probably like another simple joy of like Barney Adventures, because
Oh.
you get to share our family,
Yes, yes.
even if it's like just
Oh.
random things.
Oo. So guys, you just have to bear with us sometimes, no? Especially with me. I'm just an amateur trying to fit in the new culture now.
He's not like other guys. Like, for example, like with our TikTok, like the dances we make, you know, that's such a simple joy, just to like dance, make dance videos, and it just makes us laugh a lot. So
Yes,
it makes you
yes.
guys laugh a lot. So
Yes.
something so simple,
Oh.
you can just enjoy.
You know,
So,
wala pa tayong 2 years, no, yung Barney Adventures. And obviously, I never imagined me doing all these things.
dancing,
on social
singing,
media.
rapping.
Oh, maliit lang naman that's one, di ba? But now, you know, it helps na you become more confident. Daughter. Yeah. You're now happier in life.
But-
Isn't that the best output, no, of TikTok?
Will you still be happy if your TikTok gets taken away?
Of
if
course.
It was deactivated.
Of course, daughter. I will look at the positive side.
Which is?
I have more time with my children. I don't have to look at my cell phone anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
Totoo yun, daughter.
Yeah.
Diba? Kasi pag nawala yung TikTok sa iyo, daughter, makikita mo yung importance of kasi marami kang time spent eh. How many hours do you spend using your cell phone? Look at
Too
TikTok.
much. I'm addicted to my phone, guys.
Diba?
It's so
Oh,
bad.
pag nawala yan, you'll realize yung mga na-miss mo. Opportunities. Opportunity lost.
Yes.
Diba? Yung conversation mo with your friends, with your family members, yun yung mga na-miss mo. Sabi ko
Yes.
nga, ang life is so short. Tapos yung portion yun, nawala pa sa iyo yun.
Yeah. And that's so interesting coming from you. Because imagine like our generation, we've spent most of our lives on our phone. Like you, it's just like the past 10 years, right? But ours is like our entire life and onwards. 'Cause
Oo,
all
hindi.
we've
Ako,
had is like iPad time, phone time.
try to minimize yung
Yeah.
use of yung phone and social media. And try to focus more on things that are real. I mean, as in real, your family and your friends and your wife, no? Ngayon, si Bambi this here. Diba?
Dad, any closing remarks?
No, I'm just happy with this topic, daughter. It's what I really want with my family.
Simple joys.
Oo, and
Celebrating
if there's one thing that I can live, no, with my family, no, to enjoy life.
Yes. And to all your online children
Yes,
as well,
to my
guys.
online children,
Enjoy life.
enjoy life. Yun, yung
Yes.
do you talk about regrets? No, regrets is normal, but it's controllable.
Also, at the end of the day, you wouldn't be where you are without the things that happened to you.
Yes.
And if you change something that happens to you, you're gonna be a completely different person.
Make every day count. Remember that. Every day is important. Don't waste a day in your life.
But also, it's okay to slow down. You don't have to
Oh, yes.
be hectic every single day. You
Oh.
enjoy every single day at your own pace.
At your own pace, yes. At your own
Yeah.
pace.
No
Tama
pressure.
yun. No pressure. No pressure.
Yeah.
Dapat relax ka lang.
Yeah.
But of course, mamimit mo yung iyong mga objectives in life.
Yeah.
Yun
No
importante.
pressure, but also you
Hindi
should
naman-
have goals, of
Hindi naman
course.
pwedeng puro relax ka, daughter.
Yeah, you need to have drive. You need to want something for yourself.
Yes.
Someone once told me before that how you view yourself is kind of like a cycle because like it's kind of hard to like get yourself to like work out and be productive. And so because you're not being productive, you feel bad about yourself. But why do you feel bad for yourself? Because you're not doing anything. And it's kind of just like a circle, you know, because you're not doing anything, you feel bad about yourself. And you continue to feel bad about yourself because you're not doing anything. So it really starts with just doing something.
Yeah.
Like you have to do it. Even if you think you're not the type of person to do it, just do it. Becoming 1% better every day adds up, you know, atomic habits. So yeah, just that small bit of improvement every single day will make you a much better person in the long run. So don't be stagnant.
Oh, at saka, daughter, yung when you say enjoying life, it has to go hand in hand with working hard also.
Yes, of course.
Siguro ako, I can honestly say, no, your parents, no, Nika, we really worked hard. Kung meron kaming time now to enjoy, no, and we have meron kang counting financial capability, no, because we worked hard. At the same time, we worked hard, we enjoyed also. So like now, look who's here.
Before we end the episode,
Before we
someone
end
wanted
the
to make
episode.
an appearance. Oh, someone's trying to make an
Kyoto's here.
appearance
Kyoto
also.
up.
Kyoto.
Kyoto up.
Kyoto wanted to say hi also.
This is Kyoto, the son of Kiyo.
So, anyways, I hope you guys learned a lot from today's episode. This was one of the more lengthy ones. So, what do you want to say to our viewers, Dad, before we go?
Oh, maybe if they can ask questions, their comments. Yes, for our
Yes,
Q&A.
guys, feel free to ask any questions you want in the comment section. Don't be shy. You know, we do read all of them. Dad reads all of them. I read all of them. So we appreciate every single comment you leave on the podcast and everyone who takes the time to listen to our podcast. So yeah, again, if you're not yet following our Instagram and TikTok, BNZ Podcast, make sure to follow Barney Adventures on Instagram and
Yes,
TikTok.
yes.
Also, we're also on Spotify if you want to just listen to it, the podcast. And I am also on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube.
Don't
Subscribe.
forget to subscribe.
And don't skip ads.
Yes.
Don't skip
If you have
ads.
time, of course. But
Yeah.
if you don't have time, it's okay. We understand.
It's okay. So
Okay.
yeah, anyways, also comment topic suggestions you guys want us to talk about.
Yes.
We hope you guys have a good week.
Yes.
Once again, I'm Nika Z, Nika Zoomer, and I'm
And
joined
I'm-
by my dad.
Arnie B, Arnie Boomer.
And together we are known as
Boomer and Zoomer.
Okay, send it off.
Boomer and Zoomer.
All right.
Okay, bye.